All right, guys, it is that time again. We are talking about finding a scale factor. This is TEKS number 8.3b. This is a very important one that is related to proportions, which we did really hard last year in 7th grade curriculum. We had probably at least half of our units in 7th grade which dealt with some form of proportionality. So this should be something that is going to be fairly simple to you guys. So again, finding a scale factor, as it says here on the screen, is basically where we look at a dilation and we know that it can produce a larger figure, which is called an enlargement, or a smaller figure, which is called a reduction. The scale factor that we're going to be using is going to describe how much the figure is either enlarged or reduced. The scale factor is the ratio of the length of the image to the corresponding length of the original figure. Okay? So in this particular case, we're going to be looking at something called the image and the pre-image. Your image is going to be the resulting part of a reduction or an enlargement. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our problem. All right, so if you look here, for example, number 1, we have two different triangles. The art supply store sells several sizes of drawing triangles. All are dilations of a single basic triangle. Again, the dilation would either be an enlargement or a reduction. The basic triangle and one of its dilations are shown on the grid over here on the right. Find the scale factor of that dilation. Now, keep in mind that the image, the one with the little marks here called prime marks, would be the result of whatever happened to this original triangle. Either it's going to be enlarged or reduced. So what do we think happened in this case? Did this get bigger or did this get smaller? Now, as we all know, this got bigger, so that means that if your scale factor goes up, that means that the scale factor is going to be greater than 1. So that's how you can sort of think whether or not your answer is going to be reasonable or not once you actually figure out what you have done. So what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and switch over to my work. So the first thing that I want to do is something that we're very familiar with. I want to go ahead and write down the things that we know. I call these our WDIKs, as you know from my other videos. These are the what do I knows, okay? Or the things that I know, okay? So in this particular case, we know that triangle ABC is what we're looking at. And we're looking at its dilation, which is called triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. That's how you pronounce or say those different names, okay? The pre-image and your image. So if we take a look back at the drawings that we have, okay? So notice here, this particular length we're not going to be dealing with. We have not dealt with that length yet. That's something that's coming up in a different unit. That is the hypotenuse, and we have not dealt with how to figure out what the hypotenuse would be, so that's not something that we're going to deal with. However, we are going to deal with a couple different lengths. We're going to deal with dimension AC, okay? We're also going to deal with dimension CB, or BC in this case, sorry. The proper way to label these would be in alpha order. So BC. We're then going to look at how they correspond to the other length of A prime, C prime. And then we're going to look at how it corresponds to the length of B prime, C prime. Okay? So at this moment, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to switch back over to my work. All right, so if we notice here, if we take a look, I knew, or I counted, that the dimension of AC, that's A to C, was 2 units, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if the units are above or below the x-axis, because we're looking sort of at an absolute value of the number of units, okay? So since it's an absolute value of the number of units, let's go ahead and verify. So as you see here, from A to C, that's 2 units. From B to C, that's 3 units. B prime, C prime, we have 6 units. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From A prime, C prime, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let's go ahead and go back over. So BC is going to be 3 units. A prime C prime, that's the image or new image. And B prime C prime is going to be 6. So we are always, when making our scale factor, we are going to compare our image to our pre-image, also known as our new to our original. Okay? So the way that you know which one is the image, it's always going to be the one with your prime letters or your prime specification. Okay? So let's go ahead and start making this comparison. So what I'm going to do at first, I'm going to compare A prime C prime to AC, these values. So I'm going to compare 4 to 2. What does that simplify to? It simplifies to 2. Now I want to go ahead and use these other dimensions as well to confirm, number 1, that I properly counted and that these are in fact going to, or this is in fact going to be the proper scale factor. So again, B prime C prime, compare that to BC, which is going to be 6 to 3. Now it doesn't matter that the dimensions are different than these. What matters is whether or not when I simplify this, if it comes out to be the exact same number. So in this case, my scale factor is 2, okay? Because I've compared my units from my, excuse me, from my original to my new, okay? Also known as your image and your pre-image, okay? How was the pre-image affected? Was it reduced or was it enlarged, okay? So at this point, this is pretty much it to this particular lesson. What I would like to suggest that you do is that if you are having issues still, I do want you to either back up this video, watch it again. If there's one little thing that you don't quite understand, come to class ready with that question. Or what you may also do is come to tutorials twice a week, to one of those sessions to ask me a question. And as always, I will see you tomorrow.